6 manoeuvres to mobilise your wrist, hand and forearm. First one is wrist mobilising. We're going to go in first direction. We're going to grasp our hand firmly and push it down and bring it up. So you can see that this hand is being mobilised back and forth quite firmly like that. Okay, and then we're using the support of the left hand, this hand, to help that happen. Okay, about 10 each side there, and then sideways, so it then goes this way and that way. Same sort of position, only your hand sideways rather than face down, palm down. Okay, we're going to do that to the other side as well, just so you get another view. So we're grasping the hand here, palms facing down, we're going down, up, down and up. So that's mobilising the wrist joint quite firmly. Shouldn't be any pain with this, just a feeling of moving. There, and backwards and forwards this way. Go sideways to the floor, supporting with the opposite hand. Okay, we're then going to do a general support, mobilising and strengthening of the hands and wrist. We're going to go with our hands as wide as we can, and then as tight as we can. As wide as we can, as tight as we can. So this is strengthening the forearms, it's mobilising the fingers, all the digits, all the way through the wrist. About 10 each side. Really trying to stretch those fingers as wide apart as you can, and then gripping as tightly as you can in that position as well. Slightly more specific movement for the strengthening of the wrist now. You'll need either a tin of baked beans, or usually no added salt, or a dumbbell. I'll show you with both. We're going to sit down for this. So the first one, if I show you on my right hand, we're just holding the tin of beans, supporting the handle on the forearm there, curling up this way 10 times, just with that resistance added by our no added sugar beans, I should say, not no added salt. So about 10 there, and then we turn the hand over, go the other way. So that's working the other side of the forearm and the wrist strength there. You can add a third one in with this one if you wish, with the hand sideways, doing this way. And then all these exercises can also be done if you've got the strength and you've got the facility to use a dumbbell, which I'll show you with the other side. So initially down, this is a 4.5 kilo one, which is about my limit for doing an exercise like this. About 10 of these again. There and there, and then we turn the hand over, and the same the other way, again supporting that forearm on the leg. Shouldn't be any pain doing this, apart from maybe some muscle burn if you're finding you're using rather a heavy weight. As I say, 4.5 kilos is probably about my limit for doing 10 of these. There, and that's 10, and then we can do the sideways one as well. There. Useful if you've had injuries in this area, pain, or if you've got very wrist specific jobs where wrist strength would be useful to improve or maintain. Just there, okay. Then we've got 2 more exercises, both based on strength. One's more for strength, one's more for strength and mobility. For the first one, you're going to need a fairly softish ball, preferably with a smiley face. And what we're doing is gripping it as tight as we can. Can feel quite de-stressing as well. Not distressing, de-stressing when we're doing this. You can move it around to different places. I often find I kind of do little finger end, moving across there, forefinger, then the thumb against the forefinger, gripping like that, and then changing hands, which is starting to feel like the arm's aching a little bit from it. Pick these balls up fairly cheaply in shops around and about. You can get different firmness ones as well. You can pay more money and get spring-loaded contraptions, but they tend to only work in one direction. And I think this idea that you can scrunch in on this is probably a better idea. So that's that one done. And then our last one, this is a specific piece of equipment you need for this one, is a gyro ball. We're going to load this one up and set it off in a minute, if I can make it wind up in the correct direction. This one you wind it up and then it sets itself off. I'm going to stand up to do this because it's a bit easy to do. So we set that off, and then that movement there. So initially it only weighs about a pound in weight, this. With movement, that weight starts moving around faster. And as we control and move it, we're getting mobility of the wrist, forearm, the whole arm's getting some exercise. My grip strength is being utilised as well. Getting up to as many RPM as we can. I can feel my arms start to ache for doing that. We can move go the other way if we want as well and still maintain that movement. Like that. So by the time we've done about 20-30 seconds each way, we've done a fair few. Just have a quick go with the other hand. Always like to be balanced with these things. Yeah, we're going to be accelerating it up again. Some of these come with nice lights in, just what you need at the local disco. Or discotheque, depending on your age. Maybe we can go the other way again, or maybe I can. There we are. You see I'm not quite so competent of that backwards way. Now I'm getting tired. There. So that is 6 manoeuvres to strengthen and mobilise our wrist, forearm and hands.